Oh dear, that doesn't look very inviting. I don't like the drop of that. So the rain's actually stopped now, which is good. I can put my brolly away.
Right.
Yeah, we're seeing tick marks here for some reason. I don't know if this is the one. Anyone on this frequency want to communicate? Find. What the fuck is a squirrel look? Is it a squirrel or is it? So welcome to tonight's video, which is always, whenever you watch it really, is Overtoun Bridge. So this bridge is in Scotland, in Glasgow. Well, it's actually in West Dumbarton. So I travel over to West Dumbarton to see what the deal is over here, because there's so many dogs that have jumped off this bridge since the 1950s, but there's been no recent dog jumps. So this is a great reason to return to Scotland to investigate this bridge, to see what I can find and to see what will react with what. So bear that in mind. I'm very interested in this case, to be honest, because I've done similar content before, but not with animals. So this will tell you all about the location that I'm doing. So this obviously comes with a narrative. Well, there's a couple of different narratives really, what's causing this unexplained dog behaviour. So one of the theories is that it's the smell of mink that causes dogs to jump off the bridge. They get excited with the smell and then jump off the bridge really. So it says it says research here says 300 dogs. I think it's actually more than that, but I don't know the actual documented number. I just know there's a pattern here, that's all I know. So whether it's 300 or 600, there's still a pattern here that I recognise. So there are some true accounts here that are highlighted of a story recently, actually, what actually happened at Overtoun Bridge. I wouldn't say recently, but I would have said within the last 10 years. So there's also another theory that the bridge is haunted and the spirits that lurk, or shall we say entice, the dogs off the bridge. Now there are other bridges in Scotland, but only this one comes with this, shall we say, stigma. Now, I don't want to waste too much time going into different theories on what's causing this activity. I'd rather just get into the video and investigate and start going through the process of elimination to see what we can rule in and what we can rule out. Now, obviously, I'm travelling up to Scotland throughout the morning, so it's about, well, I set off at about 1:15, and I'll show you my little travel vlog as I move up. So this is a midnight mission to Overtoun Bridge, which took me about 8 hours to get to. I'll show you a little, like I say, I'll show you a little quick journey vlog now. This is obviously near me, which is Wardle Road, which I'm just approaching now. And I'll just show you as we get closer and, you know, our final destination really. So this road's usually packed in a day, and you can just see now it's just like a ghost town at this time in the morning. And this is like, in a way, it just sets the tone for the video. So as you can tell, it's raining. It's been a while since I've done a video in the rain. I don't usually do videos in the rain, but I'm committed now, aren't I? So hopefully the brolly's gonna help us out, and we'll see what we can capture. So up ahead, some guy walking his dog. Oh, it's someone walking the dog. I wonder if they're going to the bridge. I don't know what that capture is. I've just seen it before as well. It's like some kind of SLS capture in front of the camera. It's not doing it now. They're saying Overtoun house 1 mile. But I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to stick to the path because that's what Google's telling me to do. I wonder where it'd take you that way, actually. I did have a theory that it could have been mink, and they might have just migrated somewhere else, going on the mink theory. But we're going to find out. But things are in my favour because it's raining, so we'll see what happens here. Once I can sort my brolly out and stuff, hold the camera right. Right, see a sign up ahead. This might be it. No, nothing there just yet. So I've been travelling for 8 hours, and I bet you this is just some little skimpy arse little bridge. And I'm like, is that it? There's some trails there. Wherever they take you. Look at that, how that tree's fell down. There's Overtoun house, I think. It's got to be. I keep feeling like getting a feeling someone's behind me and no one's there. So I hope you heard that with the white mist that appeared to walk past the camera. So if you missed it and you don't know and you didn't see it, I'll just slow it down frame by frame. I'll just keep going back and forward till you see it. This is the white mist that appears to walk past the camera. There's no real good features with it, but obviously it doesn't belong there. It shouldn't be doing that. It's unnatural for something like that to go past the camera. And obviously it's just an anomaly, really. It's unknown. So looking back at that, the two things happened at the same time. It was a mist and then it was the unknown exhaling, and that basically means it sounds like someone's breathing out, and it definitely wasn't me because I'm not that unfit. But this is one of the first signs to say this area is actually quite active when it comes to paranormal activity, and no doubt it'll hold some kind of history from the past. So sunrise is now approaching, so it's harder to see with the other spectrums where it's easy to see when it's darker. So you can just tell really with the lighting exchange now as it's just becoming sunrise.
There's some cows over there. Probably can't see them, but I can. This is it. That's Overtoun House there. Here we are. Look at that. This is it. Just see the water running. But that doesn't help. You can step up. Eric. Possible that's plausible one, that one. We could go for that one. Wonderful building, that. Well, it's not closed, is it, Overtoun House? Because there's someone in it, obviously. Oh dear. That doesn't look very inviting. I don't like the drop of that. So the rain's actually stopped now, which is good. I can put my brolly away.
Right?
Yeah? It's saying tick marks here for some reason. I don't know if this is the one. So I'm just going to each one just to see what the reaction is. And just have a look. So, I don't know if dogs would know there's a drop there, to be honest. Right, so my equipment saying it's that side. I was just saying there, my equipment saying it's this side, yeah, but my equipment also just failed. Magnet pings. Oh. See, that what you see is that's like the first sign is magnetism with no credible source. Right, let's to the box, yeah, and we'll rip into the box and see what the crack is. I definitely don't think it's this one because there's too much foliage here. It's got to be that one or the one next to it. Right, I did notice a power line there. I don't know if you see it. So we'll just put the diorser out now. See what diorser is saying. So this is better than a K2 reader, obviously, because it'll tell me in a digital format. These are the most modern ones. This is something like you take to Chernobyl, one of these, because it'll segregate the energy and tell you what it is instead of just flashing lights. Then that line's not having any impact on the bridge. It's all coming up zero. Anyone on this frequency want to communicate?
So I'm sure leaves don't come through walls because I can't find the trajectory of that leaf just beforehand. I don't know where it is. It's not come from above or you'd see it. So this for me it's like, where's that leaf come from? Because it looks like it's just come out the wall. It does appear rather bright because leaves are usually dull. Now this landed right in front of me. So this for me, when I asked for a sign, or does anyone want to communicate on this frequency, this is it if you ask me. Sometimes they don't talk and they'll do something to see if you notice it. For me, this is what I noticed.
Anyone on this frequency want to communicate?
Right, that last replay was frame by frame. This is actual slow motion, so we'll see if there's any difference. I've zoomed in a little bit more and took the sound out of it so I can try and narrate over this, but see if you can see the trajectory when I say the word right, or where it actually came from, this leaf, beforehand, because it can't just come out of thin air, or it can't just go through a wall. It's impossible, really. But is this what we're looking at there? Something that just comes through a wall?
Anyone on this frequency want to communicate? Alright, big fat zero. Right, that's zero, yeah, so there's nothing coming through on that. Once I turn this torch off. Oh. There's nothing coming through on that. Once I turn this torch off. Oh. Now I want to go under the bridge, you see, but I don't know how to get under. Let's walk across again and see if a picture generates. Over to the ones that on the left hand side and see if we get a picture. A picture straight away. I've not even got to it yet. We have VMs actually as well, which is I've just did a like a basic test and it came back zero. So now I'm getting VMs for some reason, which is positive electrons.
So have a look at this for a bit strange. This looks like a raindrop, but then a picture generates. Now it has stopped raining, so I just want to rule rain out, otherwise you'd see it in the puddles, and I think I've took my brolly away as well at this point. So let me explain what I'm suggesting here, because it's not mink by any means. It's got something that's got positive electrons that I'm going to show you in a minute, and I'm going to explain all in a minute. So whilst I'm talking about all this, there's a picture that's generating, and we're debating what's going in front of the camera here, whether it's rain or whether it's anomalies that are moving across the bridge really and in front of the camera. Now for me, I'm getting 5 VMs I saw before I could get the camera on it, and it went down to 1, and this means there's positive electrons with no credible source moving around in my area, which is generating these pictures. So I'm going to show you now what I mean. So VMs is, like I say, it's the top one, yeah, which is positive electrons. You can't really see that it's on 5 at the minute, but it goes down to, it's on 3 there, and it goes down to 1. That means, like I just mentioned, that something's generating these pictures that has positive electrons. And this is really significant because it's not just good evidence for Overtoun Bridge, it's good evidence for Garcia, as I'll use this again because they had quite a bit of success on this one. So if there's something that has no credible source but has positive electrons and is able to draw these pictures, what is it actually that we're dealing with here? Because it's something that has some kind of intelligence. The picture straight away. I've not even got to it yet. We have VMs actually as well, which is I've just did a like a basic test and it came back 0. So now I'm getting VMs for some reason, which is positive electrons. That's interesting. So, I think it was the 3rd one, weren't it? It did give me the green ticks. How do you get down there then? I know you can get down, I've seen people go down. You can walk underneath. There's another picture. That's 2 pictures. Right, so I have to do a voiceover here because the wind's quite bad, so I'll just like fill you in what was going on there. So we had 2 pictures with positive electrons with no credible source. So obviously I continue to try to see if I can get more readings than anything else, but it's just positive electrons so far. So if you don't know positive electrons are 3/4 of an electric charge. So it can vary off in different variations. It depends what topic you want to talk about, but the topic I want to talk about is positive electrons with no credible source. That includes AC or DC. So AC is usually power mains and DC is battery. The readings weren't coming off my phone because that diode is designed not to conflict with another device. Unless someone doing the garden. Truck. Alright. So I'm assuming you can get down here because there's a path. Now I want to go under. I want to go under the bridge. Oh, I need to go under the bridge really. You go this way or what? Pray. Pray through.
It's that side, isn't it? There's the path. I don't think you can get through this side. Oh yeah, you can. You don't want to fall in that. I'm going to put the phone away actually because it's too risky. But equally if something happens I want to record it. That's what we're after. Laughing. What's funny? Are you throwing dogs off the bridge? Just like this, Lord, and then
powering on.
what do you need? I need some relevance, which is I've got a reading actually there. It's not a big one, right? But there's something observing me. Like that could have been me, but we're in a hotspot area, you know, where the dogs fall. Look at this, I mean that's... You don't want to fall. That's magnetism again coming from the sky. You don't want to fall into this. How have dogs survived this? I think it is actually that one. Could you come and leave your voice in this device? You can come and give me a sign if you want. You can give yourself some relevance. Thirst. What do you want to drink? Right, let's do some yes and no, yeah? Let's try some of that. Let me just cut this off. So just some of them then. Right, yes or no. Lady Overtoun, if you're here, can you come and give me a sign and tell me that you're here? You can come and do some yes or no if you want. I've got high VMs then when I took my VM, my diorser out there, it went to 7. Do you want to come and use some yes or no, Lady Overtoun, if you're here? Why am I here? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's you or not. If it's Lady Overtoun that I'm speaking to. Do you know your name? Do you know your name? I'm going for no by the looks of this. No. Don't know the name. What can you see? Can you see me? Find. Find what? Find you? Do you like dogs? You can answer that, can't you? Moron. That's not nice, is it? No, you don't like dogs. No. Yeah, I thought so. You was trying to press that no, weren't you? What the fuck is a squirrel look? Is it a squirrel? So there's a squirrel up there. Where is it? Let's get zoom out on this fucking. There he is. So I don't think that's mink. That's a squirrel. I'm sure that's a squirrel. Oh. Off. So you just seen it there. I mean, could you just seen the squirrel jump from tree to tree quite high? So that's a possibility that it's squirrels, as far-fetched as that sounds. But I'm getting magnet anomalies. Not really got much on the box yet. It's too noisy around the water, you see. So that's a new one for me. Squirrels, have seen it playing us there. There he is. Look, I'll show you. Oh, I just missed him there. He just got on that branch there. There he is. He's jumped down again. And he's coming down. There he goes. That's not something you see on at Overtoun Bridge, I don't think. Squirrels. Definitely not mink, because mink don't do that. Well, just got a reading then, and then he went off. So getting sporadic electrons coming from somewhere. So I don't know if it's in the SLS capture then, if that was generic it'd keep doing it, yeah, but it's not, it's stopped now. But it's quite easy, yeah, that I could just get the angle of it and then it could just map in that piece of the masonry work and that piece of the building, but it's not doing it now. This could be the lighting, but I'm not sure. just looks unnatural if you ask me. Which? Both of them really. They both looked unnatural. The first one looked more unnatural because it wasn't doing it. It's not doing it now, see? Oh yeah. Now it's doing it. I'm just keeping the camera still. Can you move away from the wall? If you can hear my voice. The weird thing is, it's not doing it now. It's not doing it constantly. That's quite strange. That's just me wiping my, well, I was wiping the fucking, it's wet. It's picking up something actually.
So let me just explain a little bit there. Is first of all, I said which, yeah, because I seen 2 SLS captures and one looked unnatural, and that's why I was getting suspicious. And then when it said which and then beeped, I knew I was being observed. This is a clean capture here of eyes. There's something, obviously, the camera's picking up something's in front of me. Like orbs, if you get me, but it's obviously something that's got eyes. So I am being observed here, no doubt, and the SLS camera's kind of proving it for me, because I can tell with what's being mapped in. Sometimes it's generic, yeah, which basically means it's like a gravestone or something that the camera doesn't see. But have you been using the SLS camera long enough to know captures like that is I'm being observed, and they're not generic captures. So I guess what I'm saying is there are unnatural mappings in underneath the bridge, especially when the parapet where we got the green ticks, because that's the one that's being mapped in here, I think.
You can come and leave your voice in this device, and if you don't want to use this one I'm holding. So 8 hours for this. I think Healy Dell's like worse than this when it comes to strange, shall we say, people jumping from height, but people don't jump from this height. It's dogs really, and I've never done dogs before that'll like jump from height. But my equipment was a lot more going off last time, obviously when I was at Healy Dell, which is a lot more complex than this bridge. I thought it'd be a bit more noisy on the box as well, actually. I don't know what they were for as well. That there, I don't know what they were for. No idea what they were for. You would assume water would come out of them, but I'm not sure. I was moving it around then. Should keep it flat really. You can come and leave your voice if you don't like dogs. It's not really a good position to try to get box recordings when there's water nearby. Now surely I would have seen a mink by now if there was mink here. If anyone can hear my voice in this frequency, then you can come and communicate. I don't know what it's picking up here, but I think it's just background noise. Right, I'm going to have to do a voiceover here, and I just want to point out that I've got freeze frame for a minute, and my brolly opens on its own. So obviously you click it, you click the brolly down, and it can't come up on its own. So I'm just trying to work out how my brolly just opened on its own when it was clicked in. So I didn't think too much of it, and obviously just just put it back down. But I just wanted to mention that obviously my brolly opened on its own, but it is quite windy. So after our little brolly incident, I come across this plaque here where it tells you more about the area, and there was a real clue here to some of the background on Overtoun House and where a lot of the stigma comes from. So on this plaque here, it'll tell you that Overtoun House used to be a hospital. Now that explains a lot to any hauntings or anything like that, to be honest, because all hospitals, there's always residents that don't leave, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'll try and play this to see if there's any much wind on it, to see if I can go through what I'm saying here. I can't even fucking say it. A maternity hospital and now houses a centre for hope for healing and tea room on a Friday and Saturday. So that tells you maternity hospital. So that's never been said before, that in the research I've done. No one said it used to be a hospital. So for me, that I'm not surprised with the stigma of this area, because it used to be a maternity hospital, and all maternity hospitals sooner or later have residents that don't leave, although the hospital's gone or the hospital area's moved on. And I really believe that this bridge, yeah, of course it's haunted, sure, but it's not mega haunted, I don't think. Obviously, I'd have to do more research, but this is where the stigma comes from for me, is residual and intelligent energy from the hospital. I don't think anyone's grieving, to be honest, but there is emotions that are around this area, and I'd expect that from its history, really. So let's try and do the other parapet that we couldn't do. Let's see if we can find the other way and get down into the other parapet and see what happens down there. So this is what you call equipment failure or screen freeze, and it's basically where it's recording, but there's no frames. This is common in haunted places. I come across this a lot, and it tells me a lot, actually. It's called what I call equipment failure. Failure as well. It said halt, and then it froze my screen. So equipment failure is Amy. That's female. I'm sure I heard a whisper then. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to listen to that back. But Amy, obviously a female name, eh? Can you affect this device, Amy, if you can hear my voice? Amy, can you leave your voice in this device? Have a white noise out of that. And the echo. Amy, do you know anything about dogs? Do you like dogs? No, I can't see you, no. I can try. Where are you? Can you come to me? There's four. For what? There's magnetism then with obviously someone's choosing words through magnetism. Why is there no signs here? I don't understand. Just say you get down here. Valid, yeah. There you go, that's intelligence. Hey. Fuck. No way you can get down. How the fuck did it know that? See, there's obviously something here with intelligence because it wouldn't know that. Let me just turn that off. Boy. Is that what you call a dog, innit? Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Something like that, innit? Is that what it is, yeah? I think that magnetism was actually off that. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's off the fence. I think this would be a bit spooky at night, actually. I need to fucking keep the camera facing this way so I don't fall. Dying. Talking about dogs. Come and talk to me more if you want. You like talking about dogs? Tell me why you don't like them. Told. So let's have a look now, yeah? Right, I don't think you can jump off that one, yeah, because the tree's in the way. You could jump off that one, yeah? It's possible, I don't reckon the jumping off this side, it's got to be the other side, I reckon. Now what you're just saying, yeah, is spirit talk to me through a device. Yeah, it's quite common for me, this, yeah. I didn't know the way down here. And he went, can you get down here? And he went, valid. Now for me, that's fucking bang on intelligence. Now, no one said anything about squirrels. They were all talking about this mink theory. Oh, well, it's this smelly mink, it's fucking this, it's that. Well, for a start, you can rule in squirrels, because I showed you the squirrels, and we can rule in that there's intelligence, because it just showed me that there's a way down here, and I didn't even know, because it's my first time here. So, we've had electrons, yeah, with no credible source, magnetism, and they're picking words using magnetism, because it's more or less done it 6 or 7 times now. Right, let's look at this one. Definitely. Definitely. Look, you won't want to... That's a dirty drop, that, honestly. False. Well, it's a clean drop then.
Right, so let's go over this. It said false, which is not the one which we got the green ticks on, because this isn't the one that they pointed out to us when I first came, where we got the green and white ticks. So we have got some kind of capture going on here, which I'm not too sure about, to be honest, because it is consistent. It keeps doing it this time. It'll keep flashing in, and there's like the little archway as well, which I think's a credit into the capture on the left hand side when the camera moves and brings it into the shot. But equally, I'm not 100%. There's still strange, abnormal mappings in at the bottom of the bridge for some reason. I can't get my head around this, to be honest. Now, it could be generic, and I hope it is, to be honest, because some of it, that one definitely is generic. The one in the water there, that's how we can tell because of the shape of the water.
So is your name Amy? Is that your first name? Is it Amy Overtoun? I actually don't know her first name, funny enough. My name's Basil. I'm Basil Brush.
So that's the first time I've used my name as a reference, so just try and remember what I just said there.
That's 0. There's no radiation here, which I didn't think there would be. Raining, eh?
So I keep looking up at the bridge because I feel like something's watching me from the bridge.
I was pretty impressed. It said valid, and you know what I mean, it just sent me down here, me not knowing that I could get down, because that's the side I wanted to get down really. Let's have a look at the time. How much time have I got left? Probably got about 15 minutes left. And like I said, the electrons on the diorser, it wasn't beeping, but it's more than enough for me to think, oh, well, where are the electrons coming from? Now, another thing people haven't figured out, that if this is doing hospital, obviously there's going to be energy here from the past, and there'll be residents that have not really left, if that makes sense. And I can't believe no one said that in any of the videos. We only had to go to the board there and, you know, look at the board really. That's a discovery on its own. And I really truly believe, yeah, if you could ask any canine specialist, that a dog would chase a squirrel, and it don't give a fuck if it's a squirrel in a tree, yeah, it will jump and it will go after it. I've seen dogs do this before, not off a bridge obviously, but I've seen squirrels get chased before. Off dogs, because I work in a cemetery, and the cemetery is full of squirrels. I'm assuming it's mapping the building in, but I wouldn't be 100% on that. There's no mink round here, I'm telling you now. They make it up, don't they? There's no mink round here. Like, I haven't seen any mink whatsoever. So we can...
There's a line here.
Oh yeah? Mink, yeah? I was just talking about mink. I believe you, thank you for giving me that. There you go. There you go, you know what I mean? Mink, really? Really? I mean, they just make fucking shit up, don't they? Baslamir, that's all we needed. All we needed. Let's see what the sign says down here. It just says no motorcycles. It doesn't say anything about any signs. Keep your dog on a lead. Right, so my take, or you just said upsetting actually, which would represent a widow really, because she'd be upset now. I'm really impressed with the intelligence, because you've seen it for yourself. It showed me down. I didn't even know I could get down there. Yeah, because obviously it's my first time here, and it said valid. It ticked the parapet. It said Baslam here, yeah, and that's just a fucking... It could just say Baslam here, and I'd be right with that. The magnetism is... No, there is magnetism, yeah, because obviously you're choosing the words, yeah, so it's either magnetism or it's you. Yeah, either way, that I'm communicating with something that has intelligence in this area, I believe. There's no signs here. That's fucking... Well, you know, no wonder you've got problems. You need some kind of signage to keep dogs on a lead, which should stop it really. There shouldn't be any more. And then obviously something has to be done by the wall, like a higher fence. I've seen it done on these kind of walls before, where they just raise it up a little bit. I don't think anyone's gonna have the courage to do anything actually. That's, you know, because I don't actually know who owns this area, because that's what will be needed really. Or have trees growing so they can't really jump. The trees stop them from... So there we are, equipment failure again. So this is one of the things I wanted to mention as I come to the end of my video now. I'm sure you've seen it in the video, there was apparent equipment failure, there was quite a lot of intelligence as well. So there was also unnatural SLS captured as well around the parapet as soon as you look up and towards the wall, which I just found pretty odd and pretty strange, to be honest, although I have come across this type of stuff before. So I do believe that with the intelligence, and I look at the evidence, that this bridge does have activity, and it is, I would say it is haunted, sure. I wouldn't say so much about a female spirit like Lady Overtoun, because that is hard to prove, to be honest. So whether that's true or not, it'd take further investigation. But what I can tell you, one of the contributing factors, I think, for this is squirrels that are enticing dogs off the bridge when they climb up the branches, like we've seen in the video. And obviously the dogs will pick up on that quicker than we would. But also, I mean, that is a logic explanation, but I think there's other contributing factors to this too. It's not just the fact that there is squirrels making or enticing dogs off the bridge, really. I think there's a bit more to it than that, and there are contributing factors, but I find that the main logical explanation, if you ask me. So this is a picture. I don't want to ruin this part of the video by having the wind in it, because obviously it's really windy. You can tell with
my hoodie that I'm wearing, that you can see the wind's just blowing part of my hoodie back. But I think that's real spooky if you ask me. I'll just get the proper picture up on Gorsey and show you a bit better. So this is a picture, and for me, I was alone in my video, and there's one lone person here looking at a house, which I actually was quite a lot in this video. So this was the last piece of evidence, and I thought it was really, for me, it's quite compelling because it's personal. It's describing something that's relevant, which is one person looking at a house, which I was actually in this video. Obviously, I was looking at the bridge too, but this for me is a fantastic picture to end this visit, to be honest. This is well worth coming back to for me. I think next time would be night time, but the logistics to come into this location is a nightmare. Anyway, peace for now. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.